Hi, this is Marumuthu Kanivadi. So we have a live session for sand blasting. The sand blasting, one of the major area any type of construction industries. For all construction industries, the sand blasting is a hazardous and a highly risky and environmental pollution also. So, when the people doing the sand blasting required more carefulness and more proactive safety measures needs to taken. When you have sand blasting, there are so much preventive care needs to be taken. So the safety is always proactive safety. This proactive safety is always required arrangements, planning, safety attitude, everything. So, wherever the worldwide the construction industries, one of the major risky areas are sand blasting. So, the sand blasting here, what we are going to see, the sand blasting and hazards and control measures. So, what is sand blasting and what are the different types of hazards of the sand blasting and what are the control measures for sand blasting issues? So, the sand blasting is a process of compressed air to clean the surfaces, rough surfaces through the abrasive materials. So, propel the abrasive materials to remove paint, dirt or surface roughening. So, that is the sand blasting. The sand blasting is the compressed air normally used in a surface, in a wall or in a ground or any location around the construction site areas. So the highly compressed air is or the hydraulic machines normally used to clean the dirt, to clean the paint, to clean the surfaces. So wherever the roughening the surfaces part they will do. So how they will do? Through the abrasive materials. So it's a process of compressed air into propelled abrasive material. Propelled abrasive material. So to remove any kind of paint, dirt or surface roughening. So surface roughening. So these are the ways normally the sand blasting work needs to be done. So what are the hazards for this sand blasting? The respiratory hazards. So when the people is working in the sand blasting activities, they have to wear the respiratory mask, because the highly particulate matter, dirt and air pollutions are high in that sand blasting areas. So because of you required, there is a respiratory hazards are there, dirt, particulate matter, paint, so everything. Then there is an exposure of noise because of high compressed air they are using or hydraulic machine they are using. The noise is high. Then there is eye and face injury. If the high pressured air or hydraulic machine normally used, in that case, what will happen? There is a chance of eye or face injury. That is a hazard. So what we are talking hazards, respiratory hazards, noise exposure, eye and face injury, then skin injury. So if this dirt, paint or any the material, abrasive materials all when it come and contact the skin, there is a problem for the skin. So these also one of the hazard. Then compressed air hazard. Compressed air itself will make huge damage because maybe pressure, high pressure. So maybe if it's touched your body, it may be big, risky areas. Then confined space hazard. Then confined space hazard means in case in that in a room they are doing this sandblasting means it normally the room totally closed. So once it's closed, it means no ventilation and it's considered as a confined space entry. In that entry, oxygen is very less, options of oxygen are less oxygen. In that condition is also called as a confined space hazard. Then explosion or fire. So if the compressed air used in a rough surface or through the removing the painting time, removing the dirt, then there is a chance of explosion and fire. And ergonomic stress. For example, so if the person sitting and doing the work, say standing and doing the high pressure hoses, handling the high pressure hoses, it leads to ergonomic body pain or some like bones problem, back problem. So ergonomic issues will come. That is also considered as a ergonomic hazards. Then environmental hazards, because this abrasive material itself is harmful to the environment. Paint is also harmful to the environment. Dirt and pollution also harmful to the environment. When it's mixed with the water, it goes to the stream or it goes to the land. So it's an environmental land pollution and environmental air pollution, because the abrasive materials used for cleaning the surface. When it's cleaning, there is a chance of air pollution, there is a chance of noise pollution, there is a chance of wastewater. So this all makes the environmental hazard. So these are the main hazards for the sandblasting. Then another thing. So how you can control the sandblasting activities, hazards? What we have seen, what is sandblasting? What are the main hazards for the sandblasting? Then how we can control, what are the control measures to control the hazards, sandblasting hazards? Because there is an abrasive material used to clean the dirt, paint or roughening the surface of the construction areas. In that areas, high pressurized air used for cleaning the dirt or paint or whatever areas. So in that case, there is a high chance of unsafe conditions. So because of the highly hazardous job, there is a control measures required to prevent any kind of accidents and incidents. To prevent the accident incidents, what will be the control measures? Number one, use non-sticky material. So abrasive material. So when you are using the non-sticky means it's easy for cleaning, easy for usage, and the cost is very less. If a sticky means you have to remove each and every person's body, skin, eyes, everywhere the material may be sticking to. If you are using this non-sticky material, it is easy to remove, easy to handle, and the eye injury and skin injury needs to both the eye and skin injury reduced. So that's why it's asking to use the non-sticky abrasive material. Then you have to use the remove. Then the safety measures you have to take it, and for reducing the barriers, noise, you have to make a barriers where you have to around the abrasive materials usage area. It means the sandblasting usage area needs to be barricaded, or there is some barricading required to concentrate on only sandblasting work. So if you are fencing or barricading, it will reduce the risk, it will reduce the hazard level. So that's why asking to the noise barriers and the safety risks also required. Then you have to, what are the safety control measures? You have to, before the sandblasting activities, you have to submit the risk assessments for the sandblasting, job safety analysis for sandblasting, permit to work system for sandblasting. So permit to work system, normally for any kind of hazardous jobs, you have to follow the permit to work system. In that permit to work system, here the sandblasting, before the safety supervisors, he will assess the sandblasting areas, whether proper ventilation is there, proper fencing is there, proper warning signs are there. Which signs? Safety signs. You have to make it a safety signs around this area. Then you have to make a inspect equipment. Then you have to make a inspect equipment required. In this case, inspecting the equipment before doing the job is much required. So that's what everyone is expected. So here the sandblasting. What is sandblasting? Then what are the main hazards for the sandblasting, and how you can control the sandblasting hazards by means of non-sticky material. Then the noise barriers, risk assessments, job safety analysis, permit to work system, then proper ventilation, and then proper signing boards around the sandblasting areas. Then you have a inspect equipment before starting the work. So these are the major area of concerns. Whenever sandblasting, where in a construction site you are doing, there should be a proper form of the safety standards required to follow. When you are following the proper safety standards, then only you can minimize the accidents, incidents, injuries because of the sandblasting. Because the sandblasting activity itself requires lot of attention and requires lot of safety measures, proactive safety measures. So this is sandblasting area. So there should be a fencing or barriers. Then signboards, sandblasting, signboards, sandblasting, signboard, sandblasting. Then there should be a proper ventilation, ventilation, and then there is a noise barrier. Here some noise barriers. In air hose itself, what they are going to use? Hose. In this hose itself, there should be a noise whip is there. In that noise whip you have to use means then you can reduce the sound, and also barrier also reduce the sound. And then for these activities you have to submit the JSA. Then HERA, that is hazard identification risk assessments. Then permit to work system. Then safety supervisions. So the sandblasting is a abrasive material normally used for cleaning the paint, dirt or construction pollutions. In that case, they are using the highly powered air compressor. That air compressor itself mixing with the water and they will remove the paint or dirt through the hose, water and air mixed, and then that will be cleaned the over areas. So further, as we said, what are the hazards? The hazards, as I said, the water noise is a hazard, ergonomics is a hazard, skin injury is a hazard, eye injury is a hazard, then confined space entry is a hazard, fire explosion is a hazard. So these are all hazards. Then you have to control through these safety measures, risk assessment, job safety analysis, permit to work system and safety supervisions. So these are the major area of concern of sandblasting. You have any doubt about this brief session of sandblasting, you just command me and then you can get more information about the sandblasting. It's a small brief awareness training only about the sandblasting. What is sandblasting? What are the different types of hazards and how you can control it, control measures. So this is the main thing here. You can any doubt, you can ask this one, and then if you didn't subscribe this channel and support for all the HSE works what we have, and then definitely you can get more informations about the various health and safety, environment informations and procedures, and then how you can go career wise, everything you'll come to know when you're subscribing, and also you can like and share it. It will definitely motivate us to run more training classes, more awareness classes. So thanks for participating. We will see some other live class. It will be tomorrow's 3 p.m. Another live session is there for HSE. So go and watch it. Definitely you have a best improvement and enjoyment. Thank you.